In the 17th century, miners across Europe frequently stumbled upon strange, triangular stones razor-sharp and as large as a human hand embedded deep within limestone cliffs, hundreds of miles from the sea. For centuries, folklore called them tongue stones glossopetrae, believed to be the fossilized tongues of dragons or serpents, but in 1667, scientist Nicholas Steno realized a terrifying truth. These weren't stones at all, they were teeth, and their owners didn't live in caves, they once ruled the abyss. This was Otodus Megalodon, the largest, most powerful, and most fearsome shark to ever exist. The existence of the Megalodon is more than just a chapter in natural history. It is a defiance of biological limits. As paleontologists began gathering data from oceans across the globe, they realized this shark wasn't simply large, it was a mobile island of pure muscle based on massive teeth reaching up to 7 inches in length. Scientists used body reconstruction algorithms modeled after the modern great white shark. The results left the scientific community stunned. Megalodon reached lengths of 50 to 60 feet and weighed anywhere from 60 to over 100 tons. To put this into perspective, the largest great white shark today weighs only about 2 tons. Megalodon wasn't just bigger, it operated on an entirely different physical scale. Its heart was likely the size of a refrigerator, and its stomach could swallow a dolphin whole in a single gulp every time it moved. That massive wall of muscle displaced enough water to be felt from miles away. But Megalodon didn't rely on size alone. Its most terrifying weapon was a set of jaws spanning over 6 feet in diameter, armed with more than 250 razor-sharp teeth ranged in 5 rows. Computer models estimate that Megalodon could generate a bite force of up to 40,000 pounds roughly, 18 tons of pure crushing power. What does that number actually mean? It's enough force to crush a family car into a heap of scrap metal in an instant. Yet, Megalodon didn't use that power blindly, unlike the great white, which typically targets soft tissue to bleed out. Its prey, fossilized whale bones, reveal that Megalodon went straight for the ribcage. It used those gargantuan jaws to pulverize ribs and shatter the heart and lungs of its quarry. It didn't need to wait. It ended the fight by completely obliterating the victim's physical structure with the very first bite. But how did Megalodon grow to such an insane size? The answer lies in a remarkable biological edge: mesothermy. Unlike most fish, which are strictly cold-blooded, Megalodon had the ability to keep its body temperature warmer than the surrounding seawater. This capability allowed its muscles to operate at peak performance, enabling it to swim faster and travel further in pursuit of high-energy prey. During the Miocene, the ocean was an all-you-can-eat buffet, teeming with an explosion of early, baleen whales, essentially slow, inexperienced, mobile blocks of blubber. Megalodon was the biological thermometer of the ancient seas. It could only survive as long as the calorie supply was limitless and seawater temperatures remained at an ideal level. Megalodon seemed like an invincible god of the deep, but it ultimately fell to a rival it couldn't tear apart: global geological shift. Around 3.6 million years ago, tectonic plates pushed the Isthmus of Panama upward, connecting the Americas and severing the warm current flowing between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This event completely rerouted the lifeline of the seas. Ocean temperatures began to plummet, and sea levels dropped as glaciers formed at the poles. For Megalodon, this was a slow-motion death sentence. Loss of nursery grounds. Megalodon required shallow, warm coastal waters to serve as nurseries for its pups. As glaciation spread, these areas vanished or turned freezing, leaving the next generation with no sanctuary, vulnerable to other predators. From the moment they were born, the migration of life, whales, its primary food source, were fully warm-blooded. They adapted by migrating to the frigid polar regions to feed on the plankton blooms there. Megalodon, despite its partial warmth, couldn't endure the bone-chilling cold of the poles. It found itself trapped in warm waters that were empty of food. The decline of the Megalodon paved the way for a new power, the orca. These early killer whales couldn't match the Megalodon in raw physical strength, but they possessed something the giant lacked: pack intelligence, coordinated language, and a superb adaptation to cold water. They began to pick off the Megalodon's final remaining prey. On one side stood a solitary titan needing tons of meat every day just to sustain its mass. On the other, small, agile hunting pods acting in perfect synchronization. Megalodon didn't die from being hunted, it died because it was too big to change, too heavy to adapt. It starved in the heart of the ocean it once ruled. Its massive size, once the crowning achievement of evolution, had become the very shackle, dragging it down into the abyss of extinction. Today, all that remains of the Megalodon are cold, fossilized teeth scattered across the ocean floor or embedded in ancient rock crevices. They stand as silent witnesses to an era when nature pushed biology to the absolute limits of brutality and skill. The story of the Megalodon reminds us of a harsh evolutionary truth. In nature, being the strongest does not guarantee survival. When the planet shifts, massive size can become a cage, sentencing a species to eternity. The ocean remains as vast as ever, but the colossal shadow of the Megalodon has forever vanished into the void, giving way to creatures that are smaller, but far more intelligent and resilient.